Yes, chapter number 12. Till Ohm's law we have done. Okay, the activity of Ohm's law we have completed till there and we'll leave it there only. Okay, now after the term 1 exam we are going to continue. Today we'll do the revision of chapter number 10. Okay, in chapter number 10, let's start from the beginning. We have studied the laws of reflection of light. Everyone knows which states that the first law is, yes, Rijan, you have to answer today. Rijan, the laws of reflection. See, only half an hour I have got. In half an hour, we have to complete all the topics. Okay, who will answer? I can see Anuja. Yes, Anuja.
Ma'am, the first law of reflection is that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. And the second law of reflection is that the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal lie on the same plane.
Yes, very good. Everyone understood? These are the two laws of reflection. Angle of incidence equals to angle of reflection. Okay, and then the incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal, all three lie on the same plane. Okay, whether it is a plane reflecting surface or a curved reflecting surface, for both the surfaces, this is true. Okay, then spherical mirrors we have studied. Spherical mirrors are the mirrors which are cut from a part of a sphere, that we call it as the spherical mirror. Two types of spherical mirrors, concave and convex. At different object positions, few terms we have studied. Pole is the center point of the mirror, that we call it as the pole. Okay, then principal axis, the straight line which is passing through the pole and perpendicular to the principal axis. That straight line we call it as principal axis. Then principal focus, parallel beam of incident ray. After reflection, either it actually meets at a point on the principal axis, as in case of concave mirror, or appears to diverge from a point. Okay, in case of a convex mirror. So this point which is lying on the principal axis, we call it as the principal focus. Pole to the principal focus, it is called as the focal length. Okay, radius of curvature, the distance from the pole to center of curvature, where center of curvature is, if we complete the sphere, the center of the sphere, we call it as the center of curvature. Okay, and how are the focal length and the radius of curvature related? Mitransh, F and R?
Ma'am, F equals to R by 2.
Very good. Focal length is equal to half of radius of curvature. Okay. Then the image formation we have studied. So the three rules are, we have to remember this rule. We have to follow these rules. The first rule is any ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis, after reflection, either it actually passes through the principal focus or appears to pass through the principal focus in case of a convex mirror. The second is that any ray of light which is passing through the principal focus or appearing to pass through the principal focus, as in case of convex mirror, after reflection will become parallel to the principal axis. And the third one is passing through the center of curvature will be reflected back along the same path. Okay, now for concave mirror at different object positions, we have seen the image. The first object position is object position at infinity, very, very far away. Then we have studied the nature of the image, nature, its position, and its height, that is the size. This is about the image. Okay, object placed at infinity. Diksha? Object is placed.
Ma'am, the image will be formed at focus.
Yes, image will be formed at focus, so position.
Highly diminished.
Yes, it will be real and inverted. Real and inverted, and it is diminished. Diminished means a point size image is formed. A point size image is formed. Okay, next we bring it closer. That is beyond center of curvature. Beyond C. Yes, hurry up, put your camera on. Naman Chetak. Naman, I should see you. Disappeared. Yes, Varun Malviya. We are bringing it closer. When the object is placed beyond center of curvature, where is the image formed? Position of the image?
between F and C.
Yes, between?
F and C.
Between F and C, very good. And the image is real.
Focus and center.
Object size? Smaller than the object, smaller than the object.
Inverted.
Yes, you can say that.
Diminished.
Diminished. Okay, then we place it at C, bringing it more closer to the mirror. Dashvi?
Ma'am, the image will be at C.
Yes, the image will be formed at C only. Real and inverted. Why? Because it is below the principal axis. And what about the size? Same
The
size
image would be same as.
object. It is of the same size. Now we place it between C and M. Object is placed between center of curvature and focus. Yes, Vansh. Between C and M.
Then the image will be formed beyond C.
Yes, it will be formed beyond C. Good. And real and inverted only. What about the size? Size will be
Enlarged.
bigger than the object.
Enlarged.
Large image is formed. Okay, bigger than the object. Anything you can write down. Okay, now bring it more closer. Now place the object at F. Place the object at F. Yes, Nandini. Object placed at F. Image is still real and inverted. What is the position? At infinity. Yes. Okay, and what about the size? Much, much bigger than the object. That is, you can say that highly enlarged. Highly enlarged images formed. Okay, bring it more closer. That is between pole and focus. Place the object between pole and focus. Is camera on? Yes, Anaga. Between pole and focus.
I'm behind mirror.
Behind the mirror.
Virtual and direct with the name of image.
Behind the mirror, the images which are formed, they are virtual and erect. So the images virtual and erect. Okay, this we have to write it here. Behind the mirror, position is behind the mirror. What about the size?
And image will be enlarged.
It will be bigger than
Enlarged image.
you can say that enlarged image is formed bigger than the object. So the image formed is enlarged image. Okay, so this is the only one object position when the concave mirror forms virtual and erect image. Otherwise, it is always forming real and inverted images. Okay, so here, in case of sign convention, let us make it in the other way. We place the object, this is the pole, this is the center of curvature, the center point is the focus. Okay, we place the object always towards the left. So u distance will be always negative. U distance will be always negative. Real and inverted images are always formed in front of the mirror. So v distance will be negative for real and inverted images. For real and inverted images, v distance will be negative. Whereas if the image is formed here behind the mirror, this is the only one case, then v distance will be positive. V distance will take it as positive. So v will be negative, real and inverted image. That is in front of the mirror if it is formed. Virtual and erect image behind the mirror, this v distance will be positive, u will be always negative. Height of the object always positive. Why? Because we are placing the object above the principal axis. Height of the image, real and inverted image, this is negative. Virtual and erect image is above the principal axis, then HI will be taken as positive. Okay, so these are the sign conventions which we have considered. Okay, whereas in case of convex mirror, only one type of image is formed, which is virtual, erect, diminished, Okay, and it is always formed behind the mirror. Okay, whether we place the object at infinity or we place the object between infinity to pole. Any point between infinity to pole, you place the object. In case of a convex mirror, okay, this is the pole. Here the center of curvature is behind the mirror. Focus is behind the mirror. Object is in front of the mirror. Object distance always for negative. U is always negative. Okay, in this case, this ray parallel to the principal axis appears to pass through the focus. This is the actual reflected ray. The second ray, which is appearing to pass through the center of curvature, will be reflected back along. So the two reflected rays are appearing to meet. So B distance here will be always positive. Images virtual and direct. B distance will be always positive. HO will be positive. HI will also be positive. Okay, in case of convex mirror here. Okay, and the main important use of the convex mirror is it is used as a rear view mirror in vehicles. Why? Because it gives a wider range. Okay, the wider field of view it gives. Okay, so this is about mirrors. Then lenses, refraction we have studied. Refraction means a ray of light passing from one transparent medium to another. It bends at the interface. It bends at the interface. This phenomenon we call it as refraction. Okay, moving from rarer to denser medium, bends towards.
I have a question.
Yeah, put your audio. I can't mute you from here because I have to ask questions. So put your audio.
Okay, I have a question. How do I make selection the curry and I have curry chichi and you met the light in a curry yeah.
Who is
Hello?
Robert?
Hello? Hello, I need to use the toilet because when I poop, it gets caught in my hair and I cannot wipe it, so it hardens into a brick. And I cut the brick off and I feed my doggies. Hello? Hello? Prachi Saxena, you looking pretty good today.
Now let's continue.
Today you are looking very cute.
How come he's still there? Robert is been removed.
Hello, I want to light in the curry and I want to. So I am very good at math, and when I play the math, I do 2 + 2 = 4.
See, others are also attending our class. Very good.
Hello? I'm sorry, can I still participate in the class?
Okay, now you cannot rename yourselves. Okay. See, so many foreigners are also attending our class. Very good to see that. Okay, so you should think yourself to be very great. You are studying with those foreigner students. Okay, let's come back to the topic. Okay, so here, in case of refraction, the ray of light is passing from one transparent rarer to denser, bends towards the normal, denser to rarer, it bends away from the normal. Okay, then we have studied about lenses. The center point of the lens, we call it as the optical center. Okay, then principal axis, the straight line which is passing through the optical center and perpendicular to both the faces, that we call it as the optical center. Focus is a parallel beam of light. Either it actually converges at a point on the principal axis, as in case of convex lens. Here convex lens is the converging lens, or it appears to diverge from a point. In case of a concave lens, that we call it as the principal focus, and the distance from optical center to principal focus, we call it as the focal length. Now, here for convex lens, let's, I'm keeping the same table. Okay, now this is for convex lens. When the object is at infinity, that is very, very far away. The image formed is real and inverted. It is formed that. Now this is convex lens. This is convex lens. Okay. This we are discussing, not the concave mirror. We have completed that. Okay, the image formed is real and inverted. There is a point at focus, and what is it? It is a point size image. Okay, then when we place it here, it is not necessary necessary that the radius of curvature is double the focal length. So here we'll mark a point 2f, double the focal length. Okay, so that point we call it as 2f. Okay, this is the double the focal length, we'll mark a point. When the object is placed at 2f, again the image is formed at real and inverted. Where is it formed? It is formed between 2f and f. Formed between 2f and f, and the image is diminished. Bring it more closer. Now place it at 2f. It is real and inverted. And where is the image formed? It is formed at 2f only and is of the same size. Okay, when you place it between f and 2f, then you see that the image is formed beyond 2f, which is enlarged image, which is bigger than the object. Okay, place it at f. The image is formed at infinity and it is highly enlarged. Place it between focal length and f and p. Okay, the image formed is virtual and erect, and where is it formed? On the same side where the object is placed. Okay, you have placed the object towards left, so on the same side, that is towards left only. And the image is enlarged image. Okay, in this case, the real and inverted images are found on the other side of the lens. This is the convex lens, optical center. Okay, both sides we can mark these points f and 2f because the ray is coming from here. Will be converged here, ray is coming from here, will be converged. But we are placing the object to the left only. So object anywhere placed here, not necessarily between f and 2f, anywhere. So the object distance will be always taken as negative. Real and inverted images are formed on the other side. Real and inverted images are formed on the other side. So this image distance b will be taken as positive. Why? Because optical center towards right we are moving. So b distance will be taken as positive. Here h o will be taken as always positive. H I for real and inverted images it will be taken as negative. Okay, this is about real and inverted images are always formed on the other side of the lens. Object distance always negative, image distance here will be positive for real and inverted images. But in the last case, it forms virtual and erect image. Where is it formed? On the same side where the object is placed. In this case, b distance will be taken as positive. The image distance will be taken as negative, whereas the height of the image will be taken as positive. Okay, so object distance always negative. Real and inverted images, if it is formed on the other side. So b distance is positive here, and hi will be negative for real and inverted. For virtual and erect image, b distance will be negative and hi will be positive. Okay, so these are the sign conventions which we have considered. Whereas in case of a concave lens, it always forms virtual and erect image, which is diminished. Okay, and it is formed on the same side where the object is placed. Where you have placed the object on the same side, it will be formed. Is that clear? Okay, so this we have discussed about the image formation by lenses as well as by the mirrors. Okay, then we discussed power of a lens. Hurry up, camera on. Aditya Singh, how do you define power of a lens? Unmute yourself. Acha, okay, here. Yes, unmute yourself and give the answer.
Ma'am, it is the converging or diverging power of the lens.
Ability of to converge or diverge the rays. Which lens?
Ma'am, it is given by 1 upon f.
Yes, it is given by reciprocal of the focal length. Very good. Okay, so it is the ability to converge or diverge the rays. Okay, how much the rays could be converged or diverged? Which lens converges the rays? Convex lens converges the rays and the concave lens diverges the rays. So the ability to converge or diverge the rays, we call it as the power of the lens, and it is the reciprocal of focal length. Okay, this power will be in diopters. The unit of power is in diopters. If we take the focal length in meters, so the focal length has to be taken in meters. Focal length has to be taken in meters to get the power in diopters. The SI unit of power is diopters. So power is diopters unit, but the focal length should be in meters. Okay, this power can be positive or negative. Power is positive for convex lens. Why? Because its focal length is positive. Okay, whereas the power is negative for concave lens. Why? Because its power is negative. Okay, now its focal length is negative. Okay, suppose you are given two lenses, converging lenses. Take off 50 centimeter and 100 centimeter. Like there are two convex lenses. One is of 50 centimeter and the other is of 100 centimeter. Camera on, camera on. Other is of 100 centimeters. Which lens has a greater converging power? Which lens can converge the rays more? Which lens can converge the rays more? 50 centimeter one or the 100 centimeter one with the proper reason? I
50
want the
centimeter.
answer. Yes, who will give? Yes, Krish Bhatia. Two lenses, 50 and 100 centimeters. Which lens will have a greater power?
Ma'am, 50 centimeters.
Yes, 50 centimeter. Why? Because it is the reciprocal of the focal length. Okay?
Yes.
Lesser the focal length, more will be the power. So 50 centimeter is less than 100 centimeter. So 50 centimeter lens will have a greater power. That is, it can converge the rays more. Okay, it has a greater ability to converge the rays. Okay, okay, good. Okay, so this we have studied about power of a lens and its SI unit is diopters. Okay, and okay, 1 minute. Yes. Now I can see your names. Okay, also few questions now here I'll ask you. You have to give the answer. Okay, concave lens. The image distance will be always taken as negative. Himanshu Gupta. Himanshu Gupta, with your camera on, come in front of me. No, Himanshu Gupta. Okay, Rishika, put your camera on. Rishika, camera on. No, Rishika also. Anak Chaturvedi. All these cameras off will be removed from the class and marks also accordingly will be given. Not only what you write in the exam, behavior also matters. Hurry up, put your camera on. Yes, this fellow has come. Ashish Sagar. Okay, plane mirror has a magnification +1. What does it mean? Plane mirror has a magnification +1.
It gives an enlarged image.
Magnification is +1. Okay, magnification can be positive or negative. For real and inverted images, the magnification is negative. Virtual and erect images, the magnification is positive. Why? Because HI/HO. How do we define magnification? Height of the image to height of the object. Both positive, magnification is positive. And when is the height of the image positive? For virtual and erect images. So the magnification is positive. It means the first thing what you come to know, it is the virtual and erect image. Now 1, magnification, the magnitude of the magnification is 1. That is, height of the object is equal to height of the image. Okay, Upmanyu Singh.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Magnification for a lens and for a mirror, what is the difference in case of the formula? magnification for a spherical mirror is given by in terms of V and U. Unmute yourself. Put your audio on.
For,
Yes.
for mirrors, magnification equal minus V upon U
Yes.
equal
Okay.
height
Whereas
of
in case of lens,
upon height of
which is
in
also
case
equal
of
to height of the image to height of the object. Okay. And
in case of spherical lenses, it is equal to V upon U.
yes, it is equal to
V
V
upon
upon U,
U.
which is equal to HI upon HO. Okay. Now, these formulas, the lens formula, hurry up, you only tell me what is the lens formula.
Ma'am, for lens, for mirrors, it is for mirror it is 1 upon V upon U equal 1 upon F, and for lenses it is 1 upon V minus 1 upon U equal 1 upon F.
Yes, very absolutely correct. 1 upon F is equal to 1 upon V plus 1 by U for mirrors, spherical mirrors. This is the mirror formula. 1 upon F is equal to 1 upon V minus 1 by U, which is the lens formula, and magnification HI upon HO. For mirrors, V upon U. For lenses, minus V upon U. But these formulas, when you use in the numericals, you have to put the proper sign convention. Without the sign convention, you cannot put it in that formula. Okay, so use the sign convention and then put it in that formula. Okay, any doubt?